Hey everybody, welcome into Siren Records Monterey. It's Fresh Catch Friday, and got some new releases to talk about with you, just a handful. There's a lot of things that came out today, but this is just something to just talk to you about so we get the ball rolling. Gosh, today in Monterey, it's like for us, super hot. This is what we're calling a heat wave. I think it's like 82 today, so everybody is sweating like a crackhead the day before payday. Anyway, my pick for you this week is from the band Whitney. This is called Candid. This is on Secretly Canadian, and this is a follow-up to their wonderful sophomore effort that was called Forever Turned Around. And if you're familiar with Whitney, you know how good they are already. This is a 10-song covers EP, and they really went and stretched out of their comfort zone to cover things that are very unexpected. Now, this band has always had cover versions of things in their lineup. They've covered things by Alan Toussaint, Neil Young, Dolly Parton, stuff like that. But this time around, like I said, these are pushing the envelope for them, and they're covering artists like Kalea, David Byrne, and believe it or not, John Denver, and Labi Siffre, among others. So it's a real cool listen. They're, if you are familiar, they have all the earmarks of like what catches your ear to be a Whitney song, especially the vocals. But really, really good, pleasant listen. And if you're like an indie rock lover like me, I think you're really going to like this. Let me see. So this is also, yes, this marks the first time that the full touring band was in the studio recording at the same time. So that's like another great thing about this. Anyway, I think you're really gonna dig it if you're into indie rock. Like I said, great stuff. Secretly Canadian, giving it. Okay, so my second pick of the week for you is actually the reissues of the week. And I am real happy to tell you that it's this King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. This one is Sketches of Brunswick East. And this one is Nonagon Infinity, and these are from our friends at ATO. This one here, the Sketches of Brunswick East, is a collab with the LA tripster group Mild High Club. And it's a chance just to get to know King Gizzard's, their sunny and playful side. This band switches up genres all the time. They cover all kinds of things. There's no real way to kind of describe to somebody who doesn't know them what they're like, because it could be a whole different setup on each different album. But anyway, this one, let's see, this has like a nod to Miles Davis's Sketches of Spain, and they further explore that kind of tropical element that they've kind of hinted at before. Yeah, this one here, this isn't the actual one. This is like just an older one that we had. The new one comes on red, yellow, and black vinyl, and we're not getting all, I think we've got 15 of them coming Monday or Tuesday. But anyway, this one, Brunswick, here for you now on yellow vinyl with sky blue splatter. So anyway, great band if you're already in it and you kind of want these colorful, beautiful reissues. They're here for you now. Definitely reissue of the week. Beautiful stuff from King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Okay, so let's move on and get through it and start our weekend, for God's sake. Okay, first up, this is Black Marble, I Must Be Living Twice. This is on Sacred Bones. And it's an EP of cover renditions. Again, everybody's kind of, sometimes it happens that way in a week. You'll just have like, remember a couple of weeks ago when everyone came out and they had like all these special guests on all their new releases? Well, seems like covers are a thing right now. So anyway, this Black Marble is Chris Stewart, and he performs under that name. Usually the songs are typically like electronic and with a kind of a weird, moody disconnect. But anyway, this is songs that were originally recorded by like Robert Palmer and Lives of Angels, Wire, the Field Mice, and Grouper. I guess about for the past 3 years, they do covers in their live set, and people would keep asking him, well, when's that new song coming out? Because they didn't know that they were like, a lot of these are 80s covers, they didn't realize what it was. So he didn't really sort of plan on putting this out, but after so many requests and people asking, after the Bigger Than Life EP came out, you know, it was just being asked for so much that he decided to go ahead and put this collection together. Pretty pleasant listen. There's some really good bass playing on here too. And this is unlimited edition red vinyl. So that's Black Marble. All right, next up we have Bon Jovi Crossroads. This is a double LP. This is on Island. Bon Jovi's first collection was issued in 1994, recapping a 10-year career. They had, like, you know, for their era, they had these massive hits like Living on a Prayer. But anyway, the album also featured a new song called Always, which became a global top 5 hit. This release marks the first time that Crossroad is available on standard black vinyl in the US. So it includes a bonus track that's called Never Say Goodbye, and that track is not on the CD. So that's what you get special for vinyl for this one. Okay, now this is a kind of a, I'm gonna just, you know, all these covers are pretty much the same except 2 of them are lenticular. And can you see that going? I'm hoping I'm catching the light for you to kind of see how that moves. What this is C418 Minecraft volume beta. This is 2 LPs and it's on the Amped label. Let me just put 2 of these down so that it's not quite so heavy. All right, so best known for his original soundtracks to Minecraft, the single best-selling video game of all time. This guy's developed a discography of instrumental music over the last decade that traverses like electronic pop, ambient motifs, and, you know, pretty like sparse soundscapes, things like that. This was his longest batch of music to date. It's nearly 140 minutes. The collection features tracks that were silently added to Minecraft during its music updates and a few that were never officially entered into the game. But the time is now adapted to fill this double LP format, while the digital downloads, all of these different versions come with digital downloads as well, and that includes the full set. So you can get this on double LP black vinyl, double LP black vinyl with the lenticular cover, and then the really super duper one is the double lenticular cover with what they're calling fire splatter vinyl. Okay, so for those in the know and Minehead lovers, you may really be interested in this. That is a beautiful cover. I hope you guys are able to see this on camera, how that's changing. It's really great. Beautiful packaging there. Okay, next up we have Allison Chesley, Steve Albini, and Tim Midyett. This is Girl on the Third Floor, 2 LPs on Touch and Go label. This is the soundtrack to this film. It's a double LP of music from that film, and it's like creepy instrumental music. Now, you all know who Steve Albini is. He's like a very famous record producer, engineer, you know, very much a studio, very respected producer and that. But he also, you know, was in Big Black, a couple of other bands, and what's his band now? Gosh, I'm blanking on it. I know it starts with an S. And I'm so sorry I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, so this is a musician's musician, and he knows all the techie stuff as well. So Shellac, that's the band that he's in. Sorry. Well, anyway, so director of this movie, Travis Stevens, he called Steve Albini to compose music for this new horror film. And so he brought in, Albini signed up and recruited Tim Midyett, who was, I guess, in bands like Mint Mile and Silkworm, and Allison Chesley, who's from Hell and Money, to complete the ensemble and compose this record. So anyway, after they completed it, Albini just didn't have like enough good to say about these 2 people he collaborated with, and he just enjoyed it so much, so thoroughly. So here what they do, they have this, and like I said, it's a double LP, very haunting, creepy music. So if you know the film and you liked that sound, then you can get it for yourself now on vinyl. Okay, next up, reissue of Creedence Clearwater Revival, Cosmos Factory, and this is on Craft Recordings. This is the 50th anniversary pressing of this iconic 1970 LP. It was first released at the peak of their very prolific career. It includes hits like Who'll Stop the Rain, Run Through the Jungle, Up Around the Bend and more. This album has been remastered at half speed at Abbey Road Studios. And it gives a very exacting process that allows for like really exceptional level of sonic clarity. So, you know, if you always loved this album and you really want to get a better sound and get deeper into it, now you really can. So this is 180 gram vinyl. It comes housed in a tip-on jacket, replicating the original pressing packaging. Okay. And next up, again, from our friends at ATO, this is Jerry Garcia and John Kahn. This is Garcia Live Volume 14 from January 27th, 1986 at the Ritz. This is 2 LPs. This showcases this really buoyant acoustic performance from Jerry Garcia and his longtime friend and bassist, John Kahn, K-A-H-N, Kahn, I guess, right? So during the middle of, they had a very rare tour of the duo of them, and so they recorded this in 1986 at the Ritz in New York City. So they have really delivered this exquisite set featuring Grateful Dead favorites such as Ripple, Friend of the Devil, Dire Wolf, and Birdsong, among others. And also a very spirited take on Bob Dylan's When I Paint My Masterpiece and Simple Twist of Fate. I love that song, Simple Twist of Fate. It's an awesome song, and they really do a fantastic job covering that as well. So also, you know, more from Jerry Garcia's songbook. There's just so much. But anyway, here for you now, 180 gram vinyl. And let me see if the sticker gives us anything else. No. It just says it's a vibrant performance for an electrified audience in the Big Apple. So I guess everybody was way into it there. So there you go. Okay, next up, this is Mac Miller Kids. This is 2 LPs on the Rostrum Records label. This is the first ever physical release of this seminal mixtape, Kids. It's available in celebration of its 10th year anniversary. It's a double LP with 3 sides of music and 1 silk screened side to the vinyl. It's gatefold jacket packaging. So anyway, here you go, on vinyl now. All right, next up is going to be Moneybag Yo, Time Served. This is on the Endless Entertainment label. The Moneybag Yo returns with an additional 7 tracks. Now this album was originally released in January of 2020, but now they've like added 7 tracks onto this album. And it features, you know, a bunch of guests again, like Lil Baby, Black Youngsta, Da Baby, Future, Summer Walker, Frito Bang, and many more. Okay, so that's like an updated version of this for you. Okay, next up we have the reissue of Jonathan Richmond called I, Jonathan, and this is also on Kraft Recordings. This is the 4th studio album by Jonathan Richmond. I believe that it's a kind of, well, let's see, they call it a defining record statement of this solo artist and a lo-fi masterpiece. You know, he was a founding member of the proto-punk band called the Modern Lovers before he went solo. He built a real reputation for himself, conveying really authentic emotions and storytelling. And so he's stepping out here as a solo artist in the 80s, really continued with that aesthetic and very simple, sparse rock and roll arrangements and really straightforward storytelling lyrics about, you know, fairly mundane topics, but, you know, people dig it. It's a pretty original sort of way that he always went about this. This includes fan favorites like I Was Dancing in the Lesbian Bar, The Summer Feeling, and Parties in the USA. So there you go, his 4th. Next up we have Max Richter, Voices, and this is on Decca, and they're really happy to present Voices. This is a brand new project from the acclaimed composer, pianist, producer, and collaborator Max Richter. Voices is 10 tracks comprised of material featuring an orchestra, choir, solo soprano, solo violin, solo piano, and electronics. And there's narrated text on this that has been adapted from the UN Declaration and is read by this acclaimed US actor Kiki Lane. And with 1949 recording of the preamble to the Declaration by Eleanor Roosevelt. So there's like a lot of stuff. This is a busy record. There's a lot going on here. It's 2 LPs. It's on 180 gram vinyl, and it's all new material. Okay. Next up, this is Britney Spears, Oops, I Did It Again picture disc. This is to commemorate the 20th anniversary of that LP. All 12 original hits are on here, including Oops, I Did It Again, Stronger, and Lucky. Okay, and finishing it out for you, we have the Vandals. This is Live Fast Diarrhea, 25th anniversary edition, also on Craft Recordings. This is their breakthrough 1995 studio album. It was their debut for Nitro Records at the time. So celebrating the record's 25th anniversary, this limited edition vinyl is, get this, freshly pressed on explosive brown splatter vinyl. Yikes. The 15-track album includes a band's hit single, I Have a Date, plus fan favorites and Now We Dance, Change My Pants, and a cover of Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Okay, so there you go. That, again, friends, is just a handful of the stuff that came out this week. And check out sirenrecordsmonterey.com and the new release drop-down menu to, you know, kind of get a wider scope of everything that came out. If you're on YouTube watching this and you haven't subscribed, it'd be great if you'd hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell down there to alert you via email every time there's a new upload. Other than that, hope you enjoy your blazing hot weekend. We're going to certainly try. It's like here in you know, the Central Coast, we're not too used to it getting anywhere up over the high 70s, and so when it's 82, it's not bad for other parts of the country, but for us it's like, you know, sweltering. So nobody here has any air conditioning because typically we don't need it, and we're going to have to just sweat it out. So thank you for watching. I will, you know, look forward to seeing you next week. And, you know, upcoming from our friends at ATO, we're almost ready to get the vinyl of that new My Morning Jacket Waterfall 2. That's out on the 28th. I think next week, if y'all are waiting on it, there's a Bright Eyes release coming up, and I'm trying to think what else, but we'll all find out in good time. Okay, so thank you for joining me. I will see you next time, and